Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zeng. More and more signs show that Xi Jinping's status within the CCP and the military is facing serious challenges, or perhaps he has already lost some power. Currently, forces behind the scenes are manipulating public opinion, slowly revealing news of Xi Jinping's decline to the public, possibly laying the groundwork for his public removal. Before we start today's discussion, I have two pieces of good news to share with everyone. One is that after a long wait, the subscription feature on my X account has finally been activated. Now everyone can support me by subscribing there for just $1 a month. I plan to post the scripts of each episode on the subscription area before I release the videos, allowing subscribers to see the content first and save time. For me, reading a transcript is always much faster than watching a video. This is one of the services that subscribers on my X account will receive. The second good news is that for members of my website, jenniferzengblog.com, in addition to the previous scripts and audio of each episode, I've recently added two new sectors. One is called News in Brief and one is called Videos of the Day. Members can just click into the members area to see the latest full content of the day, unlike on social media where you might miss earlier posts as they scroll down. In short, I'm very grateful for everyone's subscription support, and I'm trying my best to provide free information to all viewers while also adding some exclusive services for my supporters to help sustain my channel. I also want to thank all those who have donated, especially those who have been giving fixed monthly donations for a long time. Your generosity and kindness have accompanied me through the past very challenging 4 years. I hope the darkest time of information suppression are behind us, and the future will be increasingly bright for each of us. Okay, now let's return to today's topic. According to commentator Cai Shengkun, who still has multiple connections with people inside the Chinese system, an open letter demanding Xi Jinping's resignation, which from its writing style appears to be written by a high-ranking insider, was sent to his email. The letter's title is Resolution and Signatures on Demanding Comrade Xi Jinping to resign from his leadership roles in party, government, and military. This open letter is over 3,500 words long, stating that at the beginning, since assuming leadership roles in the party, government, and the military, Comrade Xi Jinping has exhibited numerous serious issues and significant shortcomings, resulting in immense losses to the nation, the people, and the entire party. The letter then specifically listed 28 errors committed by Xi Jinping. The first accuses him of adopting extremely left-wing policies in managing the country and economy, such as overly emphasizing public ownership and promoting the advance of state-owned enterprises, while private enterprises' retreat have disrupted fair market competition and suppressed private enterprises. The second accuses him of incompetence in governance, resulting in numerous misguided policies that have devastated various industries like real estate, education, finance, and internet platforms through non-market compliant interventions. The third accuses him of causing chaos and wasting resources, not caring for people's hardship while pursuing grand projects, investing enormous funds carelessly in projects like Xiong'an New Area, and spending heavily on Belt and Road initiatives worldwide. The fourth directly criticizes his political violations by not separating the party from government functions, emphasizing party leadership excessively, and even forcing private companies to establish party units under party control. The fifth criticizes him for breaking term limits, amending the constitution to allow himself indefinite terms, leading to a regression in state governance, with unchecked power, leading to loss of trust from both the populace and the international community, isolating China and missing opportunities for global integration. The following 23 points further criticize him for dictatorship, personality cult, nepotism, attempting total control over individuals, concealing the COVID outbreak, mismanaging the pandemic, causing massive casualties and economic losses, adopting wolf-warrior diplomacy, selling out national interests, engaging in lavish foreign aid, destroying Hong Kong's freedom and rule of law, continuously threatening Taiwan with force, ignoring social issues while suppressing protests, and policies disconnected with reality, etc. The last few points of the letter even criticize his character and personality flaws, including vanity, refusal to admit mistakes, narrow-mindedness, temperamental nature, disregard to law, twisted mentality, severe envy of the rich, unscrupulous methods, habitual lying, stubbornness, rejection of new ideas, anti-democratic actions, placing personal power above national and people's interests, all under the guise of maintaining political security, etc. The letter concludes by stating that Xi Jinping is no longer fit to lead the country, being the source of today's chaos, and that every day he remains in power, the country and its people suffer. It calls for his immediate resignation and for China to abandon the current system prone to dictatorship, establishing a new democratic republic so that everyone in China can enjoy a free and open life. The latest date is yesterday, December 16th. So, what do you think? Isn't the account of this letter quite bold? Cai Shengkun did not disclose whether the letter received signatures or how many, if any, have signed it. If I recall correctly, Cai Shengkun left China as late as in 2023 and is currently in the United States. When he left China, he didn't intend to stay long but was forced to remain due to threats to his family and associates in China after he spoke out against the CCP in the US. So, because he left China relatively recently, he still has a lot of connections inside the system. Last September, he accurately reported on former Defense Minister Li Shangfu before others, which suggests his information is quite reliable. The fact that this letter reached Cai Shengkun's inbox in America indicates that it must have been very widely spread. Therefore, I believe this letter has a symbolic meaning, showing that forces within the CCP system against Xi Jinping are accelerating their actions. Aside from this letter, two recent articles from the military have also openly targeted Xi Jinping. The CCP's Liberation Army Daily published a long article on December 9th titled Take the Lead in Upholding Collective Leadership, which was then republished by the Ministry of Defense. The article states, collective leadership is the core and essence of the principle of democratic centralism, one of the highest principles of the party's leadership. The article then devotes to a substantial section to quoting remarks by Deng Xiaoping and Mao Zedong, only mentioning at the end that Chairman Xi also emphasized the implementation of the system and division of responsibilities among leaders under collective leadership. On December 11th, another article was published titled Take the Lead in Promoting Intra-Party Democracy. The article says, quote, intra-party democracy is the life of the party, an important foundation for active and healthy political life within the party. Democratic centralism requires democracy before centralism. Within party organizations, the secretary, deputy secretary, and committee members are equal, possessing equal rights to speak and vote when discussing decisions. Though the secretary is the head of the team, he must not regard himself as master of the house, turning the relationship with committee members into an administrative hierarchy or seeing the responsibility of managing daily party work as a power above other members. Allowing people to speak is the most basic requirement of democratic practice. The fact shows that a place where the truth cannot be heard has no comeback power in its team, nor can the unit maintain a good atmosphere. Intra-party supervision is an important link and guarantee of intra-party democracy. By carefully promoting democracy, accepting criticism and supervision from party members, and in the sound of democratic appraisal, one can reflect to oneself, unquote. Listening to this, although the article does not name Xi Jinping directly, every sentence seems to be aimed at him, criticizing him. Moreover, at the end of this article, the author's workplace is specifically noted as the Central Military Commission's Office for Reform and Organization. So even though it's published under an individual's name, indicating the workplace like this suggests it represents the views of the Central Military Commission's Office for Reform and Organization. So isn't the message clear? Therefore, looking at all the information, the political situation in China might be revolving around whether to bring down Xi Jinping, with intense struggles and operations unfolding. From what we observe, the opposition appears to be gaining ground, carefully but steadily expanding their achievements. It might become clearer, especially after Trump's inauguration. Or perhaps the significant change might come even faster than we anticipate. Well, that's all for today. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe or follow me for more. Again, please either subscribe to my X account or visit my website at jenniferzengblog.com to sign up for a membership or make a donation. Your support is vital to enable me to continue sharing the inconvenient truths. Thank you, and see you next time.